Still Sunday, 10th of February, '08, and I've got my dog patch hat on. It's used as a prop in a play. Had a lot of fun with it over the years. My wife's mother's been gone a good many years, but we got some really fun pictures of her with this fun hat on. But I thought, that's a good hat to wear when you dare to make predictions about an election. Really proves you're an ignorant country turtle when you dare to make predictions. Heck, go and do it anyway. That's what us ignorant folks do, is we say what we think. My daughter says, you gotta watch what you're saying. You get ready to fly, Mr. Bush will have you pulled off and interrogated, see if you're a dangerous character. Well, I'd hate to think that would happen, but Mr. Bush is so using fear to scare people that the daughter's a little worried. Heck, wasn't planning to fly anyway. Looking ahead to the '08 election, it looks like at this point already that's pretty much down to 2 against 2. And I think they may be the 2 on each side that runs, one for president and one for vice president. I think that both McCain and whoever wins of Obama and Hillary would be real smart. I think McCain would be smart to choose Huckabee, and I think the winner of those 2 Democrats would be smart to choose the other one. In fact, they do a good job. Either side of the fence. Mr. Huckabee might be president for 8 years after Mr. McCain's put in his term. Hillary or Obama, if they're the vice president and they do a good job, why not? Another 8 years with a good Democrat. Either way, if the choices turn out to do a heck of a good job for restoring us in the world's view and giving us back reason to be proud, not have to be looking sideways because we got a president that spies on us and we wonder who the spy is that's doing the spying. Don't have to worry about torturing people. McCain would never do that. Obama, Hillary, they would never allow that. I can't believe anybody would do it. Disgraceful. But anyway, either side wins. I think we're going to see some healing and see our image improve, our self-respect improve, our behavior is going to improve. You can't behave like we're behaving and not be reaping the benefits of disdain and even hate. Holy cow. Well, if Mr. McCain is the choice, and I think he will be, if he's smart enough to put Huckabee on as vice president, Huckabee heck, he would. He'll deliver the religious vote. For darn good reason. He's a religious man. Not like the present president who's a convenient Christian. Huckabee is a real Christian, and I have a feeling that Mr. McCain's a real Christian. Just because McCain isn't an extreme, crazy, right-wing kind of Republican, he's a real Republican. I don't know how in the world we got in a situation where the right wing, the almost hypocritical nut-wing right wing, controls the Republican Party. They don't seem to be controlling it in this election. You know, maybe just 2 Democrat-Republican, or maybe it'll be a wild card in there with an independent. There's a lot of talk about that. But I think McCain-Huckabee would have a 50-50 chance of being president and vice president of the United States. If elected, I think they'd do a good job and be there for 8 years, assuming Mr. McCain's health hung in there, and I bet it would. He's a good-looking, tough old soldier. And he's not that old. You know, I'm looking at 80 this June, and I think McCain's in better shape and has had better medical assistance and so on over the years than I've had. I think he's going to live to be 85 or 90 years old. But if he doesn't, if McCain doesn't put Huckabee on there, it's not that I don't think that, like, for instance, Romney make a great vice president, but he can't deliver the vote. Without Huckabee on the ticket, I would only give McCain about a 1 in 3 chance of being elected president. Well, let's switch to the other side of the fence. On the Democratic side, if the two would be smart enough to kiss and make up after they've been jibing each other here trying to be the winner, I think they would be a tremendous team, and they've got two good organizational bases, and bases that are quite different, that will be right in there supporting their candidacy or their election as President of the United States. I would give them about a 2 out of 3 chance of being elected if that's the team, either Obama-Hillary or Hillary-Obama. But oh my goodness, will that ticket, if it comes to pass, bring out the ignorant hate, vilifying. Oh, I can just hear hate ball. He already goes on and on and on. But he's not the dangerous kind. You know, I have to remember being in 2 separate small groups of men. You know, I'm not talking about 100 men. I'm talking about a group of 10, 15 men sitting around talking. When Colin Powell was being pushed to run for president, one of those groups was in Kansas and the other one was clear up in Oregon. In both cases, when they got to talking politics, an individual would say, by God, if that nigger, oh, I'm not supposed to say that word, if that N-word for blacks gets elected, I will personally try to kill him, and 4 or 5 others spoke right up, and you can count on me to do it too. Sick, 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 sick. Sad, sad, sad. But I hate to tell you folks, it's not any better today than it was when Colin Powell was being considered as a potential candidate for the President of the United States. So far, I haven't seen or heard, but I'm telling you, there's so much racial prejudice and hate that it's scary, and it's going to come out. Oh, it will not come out endorsed by the Republicans, of course. But they'll feel pretty smug about it, because there will be a lot of the rabid racist idiots steaming in the background and spewing hate to try to influence the people they know. If it's Hillary that's the main target, I don't think anybody's as ignorant as the people I was with when Colin Powell was being considered. I don't think there's people that would try to kill, or say they would try to kill, Hillary. Oh, but there's a lot of people that don't want a woman. Though they'll find all other ways of saying it, but they don't want a woman as President of the United States. I'm sure you know that I've always thought that we'd have been a lot better off if Barbara Bush was the president when the first president was president. And I certainly think we'd be better off now if Laura had been the president. Women aren't they as dumb about some things as men are. I think that Hillary or Obama, the ticket either way, I think they'd do a great job for our country. And I think they might reestablish some conservative practices in government. Oh, I hear hate ball saying just this week, oh, they just raise taxes, they just spend money. Good Lord, where have you been, Mr. Limbaugh? Have you noticed that Mr. Bush is spending money he won't raise, lowers taxes, gives money to the rich, and sets us into a fiscal dive? Good heavens, that's not conservative. Get some Democrats in there. They'll begin to stop the bleeding of our fiscal position and might even raise some taxes. You know, if you're going to spend, you better pay. And a little paying as you go is a darn good idea. God bless all 4 of the finalists, and God bless that independent if he comes in. I think he's not a bad sort either. We're headed for a whole lot better than what we've got and what we've had. We're going to be prouder That's what we're going to be.